faced with an unthinkable.
I've fought with many warriors in my time, and they died. Then this one. If we do not stand together, if you return.
Interesting. Okay. I really wonder about the pacing and how they're going to fit everyone in. Thor is really the narrator and the, I guess, leader when it comes to this trailer and how it's being presented. Seems that he's very scared to go up against Doom, of course, and then Chris Evans is back, which I'm not a big fan of. But I mean, if you're gonna bring back Downey, you just might as well bring back Evans. You know? Makes sense, I guess. Might as well, right? Like, if you're gonna go blast to the past with a lot of these nostalgia kind of moves by bringing back these OG actors, then yeah, I mean, sure, go ahead. That's something that you have. That's something that Marvel has, so why wouldn't they take advantage of it? I mean, most people are very much in for nostalgia. I happen to not be one of those people. I very much wish that Downey and Evans would have already moved on. This is about money at the end of the day, right? So there's a lot going on. It seems from the get-go that there was a lot that was going to be going on. I like the visuals, man. I mean, it just seems like a lot. Where's Doom at? I like this. Like, this is a great shot. The face armor and all this, and just building up the hype evidently for this movie is great. I think rewatching many of these Marvel movies now, I've actually gotten a whole set. I want to say in total there's about like 50, a little bit more than 50 movies that I'm going to be watching, and I have been watching leading up to Doomsday. I'm supposed to watch Ant-Man. That's my next movie up. I just finished Ultron, and I'm rating all of these movies actually as I go. So we went through phase 1, phase 2. And my point with bringing up rewatching the movies on disc is that it's giving me a new kind of just refresh perspective of this movie. There are definite rough patches when it comes to these movies, and I'm trying to prepare myself to not be so underwhelmed by the hype of this movie, but to also not make the hype with so much volume, because usually when that happens there's quite a bit of disappointment when it comes to expectations, and there's a really big chance that this will leave us on a big cliffhanger to Secret Wars, which will not come out for another year, December 2027. I wish I could say I was more hyped. You know, maybe that's with old age, as I'm aging, that I'm growing to perhaps care less. And maybe a combination of that is feeling quite let down by many of the movies that I see nowadays. The writing has gotten more poor as the years have gone by, and perhaps that does diminish my love for many of these big budget Hollywood films. And plus, I mean, I'm not a child anymore. You know, it's not as big as it used to be. But hey, you know, what if the movies were still very, very much high tier, and they kind of kept that flow all the way up to here? I think there's another reason why I don't feel as hyped, probably, is because the last Avengers film was 7 years ago, 2019. I was a freshman in high school. Like, it's very different, right? And I think it is for most people that were into these films at a young age. So much time has just gone by, And there was poor project after poor project for Marvel for a while. Everybody knows that, right? So, from my perspective, for Marvel to just bring back these guys in full-fledged fashion with the original Avengers and the original X-Men, and then bring in these new Avengers, like, it's like, why do you think you could just crawl yourself back into my life 7 years later and try to give it another go, when in Endgame it seemed like it was the end? I think the general audience, if you asked them, like, hey, like, is there going to be another Avengers movie? Is that it? And I'm talking about the general audience. They would probably say, yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good ending. Why continue to prolong this? That's my kind of thinking there. And I wonder who else feels the same. But yeah, those are just a few ideas that I wanted to get out. And yeah, eventually I'll come out with a ranking of all the Marvel movies, Solo, Avengers, even X-Men, Fantastic Four series, Spider-Man series. I'm going to be watching all of that in the culmination of, it's already been 2 months, so those will probably last several more months. So for me, this is what it is. The timing, again, just seems a little too long for me. Interest has fallen out. That's basically the summary of what I've been speaking on for the past couple minutes, and much love. And thanks for watching. I appreciate that very much. So